Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan, and today's video is going to be part one of a two-part glam video. The first part, which is this video, is going to be my full entire total coverage foundation routine, and obviously I don't do this every day, but I just wanted to film this as part of my full glam. And so if you want to see how I get my entire full coverage foundation, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to be color correcting today, and obviously I don't do this every day, but if you want a completely full coverage flawless foundation, it is important to color correct under your foundation. So first I'm going to be using green in my color correcting palette from NYX, and green camouflages the look of red, hued blemishes, breakouts, and broken blood vessels. So I'm just going to be putting green where I have my like a little bit of breakouts, because green cancels red. It also can neutralize overall redness, and I also use a green primer to help that because I have naturally like red tint in my face. And it also evens out the appearance of the skin's tone, which everyone wants that whenever you have foundation on. You just want your overall face to just look all the same color, all flawless. So I'm just going to be putting green on my blemishes here. So green, whenever you color correct, green is going to be more like dots all over your face than a exact area under the eyes or anywhere. It's just going to be kind of wherever you have that redness that's almost like a blemish that you just want to cover up. Now the next color I'm going to be using is peach, and peach reduces the look of dark spots, dark under eye circles on darker skin tones. I'm just going to use it right under my eye. I'm not going to like bring it down in a triangle. I don't have that dark of skin tone, so it really doesn't do that much for me as much as like putting actual concealer under there, but I do like the way that the peach like just covers up the dark circles. And my peach in my palette almost looks like the exact same color as my skin tone, so you might not even be able to see it on camera. So that is where I put the peach. Now if you have a darker skin tone, you might use this as like a peach color as your concealer for under your eyes and do the triangle or do like upwards, but I just like to put this right under the eyes, and it conceals everything that I need it to. Next is lavender purple, and it reduces the look of yellow undertones on light to medium skin tones. So I have some yellow undertones like up on my forehead, around on my cheeks, so I just use it on my skin to kind of cancel out the yellowness. It helps create a more radiant looking complexion. So I'm just going to be using that just in the places where I have like a yellow kind of tint to me. And in the image, she kind of puts it like around her forehead, around her cheek, and I guess that's kind of where I can be yellow. And like I said, the color correction that I do every day is mainly just a green primer. It just overall takes away the redness. This stuff I don't do every day, so I'm kind of just reading it to you just so I'm giving you the right information and then showing you where I would put it on my skin. Next color I'm going to use is yellow, and it neutralizes the look of purple hued imperfections. So under your eyes, if you get more of a purple tone, or I know like on my eyelids I get like a purple tone from my veins, and sometimes on my chin as well. It reduces the look of purple hued dark under eye circles, and it brightens the look of lackluster skin. So I know on my chin, like it's just kind of like bleh on my chin, so like I'm going to put it there, maybe a little bit over the green, put it on my eyelids, everything like that, kind of cover up that purple hued dull looking areas on my face. And I do yellow as the last color because it is supposed to be for brightening, and so I want that over all the other colors so that the very like on top thing is the brightening. Obviously if you want a more in-depth video on color correcting, you can look that up on YouTube. I don't do this often, so I don't know exactly what to do, but I do if I'm doing something where I want my foundation to look completely flawless for prom, if for senior pictures I did color correcting. If there's anything that I know I want completely flawless foundation, I do color correcting. So I'm just going to be using my Dampen Beauty Blender. This one is from L'Oreal. This is my handy dandy beauty blender, and I'm just going to be using this to pat out everything on my face. So I started blending already, and then I remembered, usually whenever I do this, which like I said, it's not often, the last time I did this was probably prom, I used my e.l.f. Beauty Shield water. It's Daily Defense Makeup Mist. Put this on over it whenever I blend because it makes it a little bit more creamy to blend in, and then it also, whenever this water dries, it dries and seals it in with it. My face might be kind of sort of looking like a rainbow right now, but I promise once you put that foundation over it, it looks amazing. So for foundation today, I'm going to be using a little concoction, and I'm using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. This is the this is in the shade Fair Neutral, and I got this about, I want to say, a year and a half ago, and I loved it. I have such bad dry flaky skin, especially in the winter, and this foundation, it's either like 90, around about 90% water, and it just is so good. So all my girls out there with dry skin, like, this is your match made in heaven. But I'm also going to be matching it with the L'Oreal Paris, which this is a drugstore foundation, and it's the Infallible Pro Glow foundation, and I have it in the shade 203. So I'm just going to be mixing these two on the back of my hand and then using a buffer brush to put that all over my face. That is the foundation, and this finish is literally flawless. It's water, so it's moisturizing, dewy, and then also the Pro Glow foundation just adds so much like natural glow to it. It doesn't even look like I have foundation on, but I am glowing right now. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Infallible Pro Glow Concealer in the shade 01, and then also the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, and I'm going to put the Pro Glow on everywhere that I normally highlight, and I'm just going to be using this under my eyes. I don't like too bright of an under eye, so I just use like a little bit of this, but this is the main concealer I'm going to be using today. And then for cream contour, I'm going to be using this contour stick. I don't remember where this is from. It came in an Ipsy bag the one time I got it, probably close to a year ago. If I can find it, I will link it down below, but I don't know the exact brand. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be contouring my cheeks and a little bit around my forehead and my jaw. Now I'm just going to be blending that out with my beauty blender. So next, I'm just going to be using the Smashbox Lid Primer in the shade Light, and I'm just going to be putting this on my lids and blending it in with this Stifled foundation brush. I'm just prepping them for my eyeshadow. So that is all for cream on my face. So now I have some different powders that I use for on my face. So the first one that I'm going to be using is the NYX Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to be using this to set underneath my eyes and my eyelids. I swirl it around on my beauty blender, kind of get it packed on there, and just dab it under my eyes. I'm already very fair as it is, so I don't like to use this to set my entire face, and I also don't like to leave it under my eyes for too long. So I just put it on there, and then I do my eyebrows quickly, and then I will wipe it off and put actual foundation powder on. For my brows, I'm using my normal L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. And I'm just going to do this off camera because, yeah, I'm not very good at doing it on camera. So now let's get into the rest of the powders. I'm just going to be using the Lancome Powder Foundation, the Multitasking Powder and Foundation in one, and it is in the shade 310 Bisque 2. And I'm just going to be using that on a little powder brush here. And with this, as I'm doing it, I like kind of wipe away the white underneath my eyes. Alright, then the next thing I'm going to be using is bronzer, and I'm using the Lisa Frank times Glamour Dolls Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer. And I used to use this makeup, I swear, whenever I was younger. It always had like the tigers and stuff on it. It is like the perfect matte bronze. I'm just going to be taking that on the Real Techniques contour brush. Alright, next I'm going to like bronze just a little bit more using the Hoola Lite. And I'm just going to be using this on the e.l.f. Kabuki brush and just like swirling it around and just putting this like all over my cheeks in the bronze area. And then also use this to set that cream contour from around my hairline and also down my chin, my jawline. Just a little bit down onto my neck. For blush, I'm going to be using this Pixi Fresh Face Blush in Beach Rose on the Luxie 514 blush brush. I swear, I am the worst person to try to do YouTube because I literally never charge my camera battery and it dies on me every single freaking video. But on another note, I was talking about the Nicole Guerriero Highlight Glow Kit and how we had a death in the family with shade 143, which was my favorite shade, but my second favorite is Glow Getter, and that's what I'm just going to be using to complete my face. And as you know, this is part one of this little video that I'm just going to film like 2 videos in one. And this is part one, which is the full face foundation routine, and the second video, and this is going to be an eyeshadow look that I'm doing right after I get done just filming this. I'm just going to jump right into doing that one. So it'll be 2 videos I'm probably going to do. Right now it's Monday. I'm probably going to film, edit Tuesday. Foundation will probably be up Wednesday, and then eyeshadow will probably be up Thursday or Friday. So it's really exciting to be able to do this right before I go back to school. I got a new little backdrop thing. I made it today. It's kind of wrinkly. I don't know. I'll probably like iron it or something, but I don't know if I can iron this material just because it's like shiny. I don't know. I don't even know if it's picking up the shine or anything. Like, I'm not gonna be able to see this if it actually looks good, but I just thought it would be different than having like my tapestry. Like, it was just bothering me. Like, my room was not very like YouTube friendly, but as soon as I get back to school, I'm probably going to be taking this with me, as well as using the backgrounds in my dorm room already. So if you're still watching, you are a real OG, and I thank you so much for watching this, and keep your eye out for the eyeshadow tutorial that should be coming in the next 2 days. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.